I'm just saying, maybe I was a little hard on the guy in my review. You're kidding, right? I mean, yeah, Unhappily Ever After still wasn't a great show, but the more I think about it, Jack Malloy was just someone who wanted a simple way of life, kinda like me. He did come through for his daughter in the end because he could see she wanted more and was willing to help her get there. But once she was taken care of, he didn't want to have to deal with the stress anymore and just went back to his simple way of life. I can kind of identify with that. Maybe you find yourself identifying with him more because you both talk to plush animals all the time. Hey, you guys are totally different from Mr. Floppy. Jack didn't wish on a genie to give Floppy life. Floppy was Jack's own psycho alter ego talking to him in his own head. I'm not just hearing you guys in my head. So you tell yourself... Yeah, that's a classic wrestling move, but Roman Reigns' super punch isn't realistic enough. Hey guys, check this out! Look at all the great stuff I got from the Nostalgia Depot! What, that specialty store in Long Beach that overcharges people for stuff that's 30 years old? That's the one, but seriously, look at this! Look at this! Is that a fry bag that turns into a robot? The old McDee's Transformers Happy Meal toys! I can't believe I forgot these things existed! I didn't think Revertigo was a real thing. They had all the Happy Meal toys there. Muppet Babies, Berenstain Bears, Fraggle Rock. And can you believe they only wanted $300 for them all? We let you have a magical wallet that pulls out any amount of cash you want from our bank accounts, and you're spending it on that? Hey, I'm responsible. I keep myself on an allowance. I waited for weeks to save up enough to buy all of this. To think you could have spent that money on something useful. For your information, a lot of these things came out in 1985, the greatest year ever. Oh, what was so great about 1985? You're kidding me, right? Thank you so much for opening that can of worms. That was the year Back to the Future came out. The year the Nintendo Entertainment System debuted. The year Crisis on Infinite Earths changed the comic book landscape forever. The year the greatest rivalry in sports, Magic vs. Bird, was at its absolute peak. The first WrestleMania and the premiere of Saturday night's main event. See, this guy knows what I'm talking about. Well, it could have been worse. He could have started singing Bowling for Soup. Music was still on MTV back then. You never watched MTV! Regardless, you know, sometimes I look at the world today and wish I could go back to living in 1985. Just such a simpler time back then. What, before the internet, smartphones, YouTube? Yeah, you wouldn't even have a job back then. I mean, less of a job than you have now. Hey, with how much better their economy was, I could have found work. The newspaper industry was still thriving back then. My journalism degree might have actually been worth something. Well, if you keep saving up that money, maybe one day you'll be able to buy a DeLorean that can take you there. With how much they cost nowadays, I'd probably be better off just going outside and waiting for a guy in a blue police box to send me back there. What? Oh, ha! Very funny, guys! Having Jeannie blink the whole tent away and leaving me out here in the... concrete? The hell? What's going on? What is this place?
Oh, God. I just don't know. I don't understand.
Oh, excuse me, miss. Is there a problem?
Why? I don't understand why they had to kill off Bobby Ewing. I just don't understand.
Bobby Ewing? That happened 30 years ago! And he came back a year later!
And in sports, they're calling it the Memorial Day Massacre, as the Lakers were destroyed by the Celtics in Game 1 of the NBA Finals, 148-114. Kareem did not while Scott Wedman, of all people, led Boston.
Okay, this is freaky. This is too
11
freaky for
shooting.
me.
If they don't get a better performance from Jabbar in this series, it looks like Showtime will be a victim of the Celtic mystique once again.
Okay. Get a grip on yourself, Rowdy. There's two possible, perfectly good explanations for this. One, either I have completely lost my gourd and have officially checked into the funny farm, or I'm in 1985!
On the entertainment front, speculation is growing that Disney's upcoming film The Black Cauldron just might be the last ever animated feature that the studio will produce. New CEO Michael Eisner has reportedly voiced doubt as to whether or not animation can continue to be profitable for the company, which has been on a steady decline in the 20 years since founder Walt Disney passed away.
I'm in 1985. I'm in 1985. I'm in 1985! Yeah, gotta do something about this. Huh? Well, you just got the magic wallet to do it. Yeah, should fit in nicely. Now, the first 80s thing to do today. I'm just saying, last year it looked like the Lakers had it and won, the Celtics beat them in the end. Who knows, maybe this year's gonna be the opposite.
Hey, at least we have a good basketball team. I mean, how bad are the Kings? Is hockey ever gonna work here?
Yeah, maybe if they were to poach Gretzky away from Edmonton or something. Just like that's never gonna happen. So you don't have a copy of the Huey Lewis sports album?
Those things just sell like hotcakes. We do have a copy of Bon Jovi's 7800 Degrees, though.
I think I'll wait for his next album. I just have a feeling. Yeah, why not? Their hearts are in the right place and everything.
I've been hearing they want to do something big, something like holding hands across America.
That might be going a bit too far. Well, it wasn't bad, but it still can't hold a candle to the original. You know, I hear Spielberg's got a movie coming out later this year starring the kids from Family Ties. Some kind of time travel movie. Maybe it'll be good. Maybe, my friend. Maybe. Here's to living in the best time period ever. Oh, what is this? Did they give me diet or something?
Oh, it's that new Coke. Yeah, they changed the formula a few months back.
Oh, yeah. Get me a Sprite, and I'll screw that thing up.
Those lonely pound puppies really need to be rescued. Pound puppy, I'm so glad to find you. Put that lonely puppy down.
You know, I was thinking to get one of those for my kid.
They'll make good collector's items one day for sure. You know, it would be really great if they managed to come up with a cat version. Maybe they could call them Pound Purries or something. Back to the Future still a few months away, and all the other good movies don't come out until 1986. Hey, the Thunderbirds have a game at the Olympic Auditorium. Yeah, 80s roller derby could be worth watching. Just need to catch a train to Los Angeles. I think the Anaheim Transit Center is just a few blocks away. It's still running this time, right? Something tells me I'm gonna have to wait a while for the next commuter train. Man, who knew that trying to get around Southern California in the 80s without a car was so near impossible? And you know, The food at McDonald's tastes even blander in those god-awful styrofoam packets. Doesn't anybody here know anything about biodegradables?
It's been a rough day for you?
Just starting to realize how difficult things can be in this day and age.
Yeah, I know what you mean. You know, sometimes I wish we could go back to the 50s. It seemed that things were so much simpler and better back then.
What? You mean when there were separate drinking fountains for people of different races? When women couldn't get decent jobs? When most of America lived in fear that the Soviets were gonna nuke us off the planet? You know, everyone likes to talk about the past, but they love to talk about how it used to be utopia all those years ago. Life was never perfect back then.
Maybe. I wonder if the next generation's gonna put this time on a pedestal like that.
All units, be on the lookout for a case of mass counterfeit and fraud in the Orange County area. Suspects believed to be wearing a garish blue sport jacket and fedora hat, reportedly making purchases with fake money dated 30 years in the future. Real smart move, dumbass! You actually thought you could use this magic wallet 30 years in the past and there'd be no problems? Well, so, here I am. I'm stuck 30 years in the past with no money, no decent clothes, and no friends. Even the guys I knew back in elementary school, they're what, 6, 7 years old and 1,400 miles away back in Dallas. What am I gonna do? "30 years from now, this is gonna be my home. For even just a few months. Maybe if I just lay down here, I'll sleep for 30 years like Rip Van Winkle or something." Hey, Sleeping Beauty! You gonna start getting up at a decent hour again? I'd ask if you were still on Texas time, but that would make it even later. Say so! I never thought I'd see you again! I am never letting you out of my sight again, do you hear me? You want another claw scratch to the face, you maniac? Hello, flat screen TV! Hello, smartphone! Hello, game consoles that only play old-fashioned games anyway! What happened to you? You think you went back in time or something? Yes! Yeah, you have got to lay off the EL fudge cookies before bedtime. You keep having these strange dreams. Was it? Was it really just a dream? It just felt so real. So, does this mean all the praise for 1985 is gonna come to an end? Yes! No! Maybe! You trying to audition for Waffle House or something? I mean, look, it's okay to romanticize what you like about the past, but you can't just always live in the past. I mean, maybe in some way you've got to remember what you loved about the past and try to use that to fix the current present to hopefully make the future a better place. How very after-school special of you. I try wherever I can. Now, if you excuse me, I think I've got a few back-to-back showings of Infinity War to watch. Thanks for your help, girl.